The part that after Regina released a message saying, not a message, a post saying that yes, she does drugs. However, Ned introduced her to drugs. And also the part that she said that Ned gets the doctor to inject her and to, you know, grape her. Do you guys believe that's true? Carl, I want to know your opinion on this particularly. Do you believe it's something Ned would definitely do, or is Regina just trying to make people still look at her as an innocent person that was introduced to drugs by her older husband that was supposed to look after her?
For me, I don't think I really believe that because there's no proof. Regina has actually said a lot of things. I think she has been online. I think like every day she's putting out videos out there, seeking our opinion for us to make that decision for her. Shows that she's not. Sometimes we look at like she's not really mature enough to make decisions. So she needs the decisions from the public. So she's seeking our concern about what is happening. And all the things Ned said about her, the things Ned said, Ned has put on a video where you see she's destroying stuff. And Ned is not talking much because he has proofs, but Regina has no proof to say that like oh, but there's not about drugs. I don't believe so. So I think that that's not true for me.
Mhm.
And I look at this. There's another point of view we need to take note of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes our parents put on certain positions like she was a child and she was becoming responsible. So the mother was depending on her. So she was the one taking care of the family. So when they come to a level where they see somebody that has money like Ned, I think the mother was on her position for her to advise her to say, no, this is not, I don't think so. Because marriage has to do with marriage, age has a lot to do with marriage. And when I look at Regina, at that time when she got married, I think she was not really mature enough. As much as we blame her, I don't think she was mature enough because Ned was
She wasn't.
way older.
She wasn't
Way,
matured enough. In my opinion, sorry to cut you off, Kyle. I just wanted
yes.
to put this in. In my opinion, nobody should be getting married before the age of 25. And I've said this, I will say it again and again. Our parents did it, we did it, but that's out of ignorance. As we know better, we should do better. Scientifically, science have said that before the frontal lobe in your cortex is completely mature, that's the area that is responsible for decision making.
So,
It's
That was
completely
where her
matured in
mom.
the age of
because you said
25.
this, Dr. Precious, because you said this, what what age what age is safe enough for a woman to start having baby, and what age does she stop? What age is safe enough, and at what age does having a baby consider safety risks?
In my opinion, it differs for individuals. If you can understand the same thing, this Regina, Carl, we're coming back to you. Please don't be upset. If
Okay.
Regina, at the age of 17, let me tell you, I know a lot of people that got married at the age of 17. I know them, I've seen them, and they're just fine. They're still doing well. I do understand that Regina is in a situation where she married an elder. If it's somebody her age, maybe the story would have been different. So what I'm trying to say, it differs for different people. There are people that will get married the same age that Regina got married. It's still not right. It still doesn't make it right, but they will be able to do okay. So in when you talk about things in life, stages in life, it differs for individual. Some people, for some reason, are more mature than others. Like me, growing up, I was more mature than my age mates. For example, I never really liked clubbing. I did go to club, but when I go there, I'm like, what are these people doing? Meanwhile, my age mates are jumping up and down, they're enjoying it. So it differs for different people. There are people who can handle certain things at earlier age, and then so there are people who needs to get older to be more mature. So now to answer your question, me, I think for everybody, the age of 25, just based on science, at that time, your frontal lobe is completely matured. Now you're considered an adult in terms of decision making. When they say 18, that is legal wise. Legal wise, you're an adult at 18. But science wise, you're an adult at the age of 25. So after that, I believe you can get married and you can have babies at the age of 25. However, now going back to individual differences, if you know you're not matured enough, let me give you an example. Where I work, there are things, that procedures we do to help people straighten out their teeth. It's so many things involved. But before we can do it, we don't look at your age, how old you are. We look at your maturity because you have to be able to handle it for you to do it. And how do we assess your maturity? By your pattern, the behavior pattern, things you've been doing, how you're taking care of your mouth, how you're taking care of yourself. So it differs. So something we can do for somebody at 12, there are people that we have to wait till they're 18 to do it. So it depends on your maturity level. If you're struggling to take care of yourself, if you don't know what you want to be in life, oh, you're welcome. Nandi, welcome. Udod, welcome. All of you, Peterson, you are welcome. Glad to have you guys here. Please join the conversation and you can come in the studio if you want to speak, okay? So thank you all for joining us.
So,
So
so I
back to what I was saying. If I may conclude, so what I'm saying is that if you see that you're struggling to take care of yourself, you don't know what you want to be in life, you don't know if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a bricklayer, whatever, you're still struggling. That is not the time to have a child because you haven't figured it out yourself. So you need to wait. But if you know at that 25, you have it together, you know what you're doing in life, you know you have plans, you have gotten yourselves, then go ahead and have a child. So I hope that answers your
okay.
question.
So science also proved that from 20s to the age of 34 should be a reproduction age for female. When
Mm,
you're not, because you cannot have a child after 34, but they're saying the underlying risk factors that comes with after 34. So they start monitoring the person for different issues just in case. There are people
mhm.
that can be 40 that will have that baby and still be okay. But
Yeah.
medically, they're not certifying it saying it's okay. Do you understand? And there are still people that is even in their 20s that their body system is not even accepting the change of having a baby. So it still differs, right? Why
Yeah.
I'm asking this is because I've heard somebody said a woman should don't have a business of getting married until the age of 25. This is not the first time I'm hearing it, and this is not
Mhm.
the first show I'm actually hearing it. But
Mhm.
what I would say is my ideal way of seeing if my children is age appropriate to get married is every mother or father knows the kind of children they have. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, the way they're being how do I put it? The way that child takes on roles at home, at school,
Mhm.
everywhere, and how they guide themselves will make me know if this child is ready. I'll give you a short story. My cousin was 30, right? And they came to marry her. And the mom and the dad was like, this lady still need more help to be in marriage. She's not all
So
that there.
what is your point? What are you trying to say?
So my point is, if that child is okay at 18 or 20 to get married mentally, and you see how that child takes up roles, and if that child brings a suitor to you as a mother, as a father, there's something you call a time to determine who is this
Sweetheart,
person.
if you were
Now,
listening to me, the first thing I said is that there are people that will get married at 17, 18, and still be okay. Remember, right? That's
but
what
you
I said.
said your
So I
age
said
appropriate.
I said you can, but
Mm.
however, it's not everybody that can handle it. So now, in order to have a level ground, when in doubt, wait till you're 25, because that's what science says, that's when you're matured enough, your frontal lobe wise, to be able to make a good decision. But if you can handle it at 18, by all means, I started this thing by saying there are people that got married at 18. I know a lot of them, and they're fine. But obviously, there are people that at 18, they're not matured enough. So at the end of the day, there's exception to rules. In every rule, there's always an exception. I use the example of a procedure we do at work, and I say we can do it at 12-year-old in some people, at 18 in some people, at 20 something, depending on their maturity. So what you're saying is absolutely 100% correct. And that's exactly the same thing that I said. But I'm now adding, in terms of science, when in doubt, if you're not sure whether wait till you're 25, because at least at 25, we know that brain wise, you're completely developed.
Can
I
we
hope
also say that?
that
Can
clears
we
out.
also say that? Can we say that if Regina had grown with her father and a mother in the house, would he have
First
taken
of
the same
all,
decision of not getting married in that
Say
age?
that again.
Regina Daniel is not
Yeah,
married.
if
In
Regina
Igbo
Daniel had grown with
culture,
a father and
No,
a mother
hold
in
on.
the
Let's
same
hear
house,
him. Okay, I think
if
what you're
Regina,
asking is if Regina had the mother and the father at
father,
home,
yes,
will she have gotten married, right?
yes,
I
So
can
you're
yes.
barely
saying
hear
like,
him. Are you
what is
talking
the
on an
importance of
earpiece?
having both
Could it have
parents?
been? Could it have helped if she had
Could
I
he
the
have
think
opportunity
it,
to?
helped?
I think it would have helped. I think it would have helped. However, I don't think it's having the mother and the father in the home that would have helped. I think it's having the mother and father in her life. Let's be able to separate having parents in the house and having a single parent home. Because people think once there's a divorce, that means the father is no longer in the person's life. If the father, there could still be divorce and the father is 100% in her life, it still would have made a difference. So, parents, when you divorce your spouse, don't divorce your children. And then the parent that is with the children, don't make sure you keep the other parents away in order to punish the other parent. That's what we see here in diaspora. I don't know
So,
if it's
but
like that in
in my
Nigeria.
own opinion, Regina Daniel is not married. And I'm telling you, the father has brought up with strong evidence that Regina Daniel is not married. In Igbo culture, and I said this from the beginning of this conversation, if you can remember, for people that were here in the very beginning, Regina Daniel, women don't give their daughter out. I don't care if there were elders involved. I don't care as far as the father is still alive and the father is still trying to take responsibility of the children. Now, Regina Daniels' mom sold her daughter. And that's why I've been saying that she needs to be spanked. She needs to be flogged. And I'm still repeating that statement because Regina Daniels' dad is out. He says in Igbo tradition, women don't give their daughter out. Men do give their daughter out. Left for him, he doesn't even think his daughter has been married. He does
Yeah,
not even
because
think
he never consent
that
to the
because he
marriage.
never gave a consent as a dad that Regina Daniel is married. So I'll tell you what, and that's why I said yesterday, and I'm still saying today, that Ned has a lot to lose. And trust me, he'll be the one that will also be stained in the mud. Because take for instance, right? Let me say that people believe the nonsense Regina Daniel has written, how he, injected her and blah blah blah. And I think that's true. Hey, I think
No,
that's true.
but there's no proof. We don't
Um,
have no
um,
proof about it.
excuse me, they have proof. They're not stupid. Did you ever hear that all the proof was sent to their brother in the UK and they have a copy? Because
Lolo,
they know the
Lolo,
kind of
Lolo,
man they're
Lolo,
dealing with.
Lolo, Lolo. I don't mean to interject, but don't let your emotion
No,
speak.
this is logic.
That
No, 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 no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
there
I
is
have
no proof.
several.
There is
No,
no
Dr.
proof.
Precious,
And in as
He has
and
not
with you
uploaded
on
any
support,
I have,
but
proof.
you
hold
have to
on,
be
hold
you
on.
have to be factual. Whether
Dr.
they
Precious,
send the
what
proof
I'm
to the
saying right
brother
now,
in
I have
London
zero
or they send
emotion.
the proof to the brother in Mexico,
Zero
as long
emotion.
as we don't see it, we have not seen any proof.
Okay,
And let
guess
me
what?
correct you. When you're saying
Guess
that
what?
she's not married, there are three types of marriage. Okay, you have the traditional marriage, you have the court marriage, and you have the church marriage. So if she did any kind of marital rights, she is married.
She's not married, and I'm
She
stating it.
is.
I'm
Like I
telling you
said,
that
there are
Regina
three types
Daniel
of
is not
marriage that is
married.
recognized in Nigeria.
Oh Lord.
There are three types of
So
marriage that is
mothers now
recognized.
give their
So
daughter
she's not
out.
married traditionally, maybe,
Can I
yes.
ask you?
But
Can I
she
ask? They
is
didn't do a
married.
court marriage. They didn't do a court marriage. They only did a traditional marriage. So I should ask you: do women now give their daughter out in marriage? That's my question.
Women do not give their mother out in marriage. But if there was any man in that ceremony, then they can give the daughter out.
No, that's
Like your
not
father,
true.
if your father is no longer around, will you not marry?
That if my dad is no longer there, and that means my dad is no longer there, that means they need somebody else to step in. But in the case
Exactly.
where
So
my
how
dad
do
is
you know
still
somebody
alive,
else did not step in?
nobody
How do you
will
know
give my
somebody else
hand
did
in
not step
marriage.
in? The dad may not have been available, not just by
The dad
the
was
dad might not be
available, and
available for
when
other
he saw that
things.
his child was giving out in marriage, he also came out in the social media to everybody that cares to listen that he never gave his daughter out in marriage.
We have had, we agree, but last Regina have two children for this man, so let's not argue whether she's married or not. Let's talk about the issues at hand. So Kay, I appreciate what you were saying. Continue. Lola, you've been wanting a man's opinion. We have a man. Let's allow him to talk.
Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, her father's decision in the marriage was very important to be. But also, Regina Daniel has the powers to make her decision. Because even if her father didn't give her in marriage, it's not like in other countries, some women can actually go and get married without acceptance from both parents.
Exactly.
Actually, even here, that can be done mostly it depends on the culture because some cultures don't really care about others. So for that part, it depends on the culture where you're coming from. I believe that there's law everywhere. So if Regina Daniel stayed in the marriage until she gave birth to two children, she was not forced into it. So I don't see the fault in it because the decision she made her decisions to get into the marriage. And moreover, in the marriage, we didn't see her father over there. We saw her mother, we saw her brother. We didn't see her father's intention in anything. And if the marriage never got bad, we couldn't have heard the news coming out now. So the marriage was going on actually very well so far as for what we knew before this
Yeah.
thing came out. So at that time, we were not talking about age, we are not talking nothing about beating. So now it is out, and now we are trying to look who did what to who, how old is she? Because before you get married to somebody, firstly you're looking at the person. Okay, this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. You're making that decision. You know this person has five wives. You're going to be six the wives. So you're all making that decision. It's not like you are forced into it because you have seen these things already, and you're accepting to get into it. So you know what you're going to benefit from that marriage. So you're not expecting, like, I don't think if you're getting married to somebody like the sixth wife, you're expecting love from the sixth wife. Even love has to be shared. I don't think that love is going to get finished at the sixth wife. So I don't think she was expecting love from that marriage. What she was expecting, those are the things that she got. And it got to a certain level. And after that, you see videos where she's hanging out with her friends, and all her friends are people of the same age like her. I know that sometimes maybe those are those things that triggered her. Maybe I think like she wanted to just move out of the marriage. She had maybe a time plan to move out of the marriage. And she needed something back up to just, and everything when a woman's going out of the marriage, she's always been, the man is beating me. Those are the things that they always say. It's just a natural thing that happens. It happens sometimes, it's true, but sometimes that's just their ticket to go out of the marriage. So I feel like, because when you look at it, she got out of the marriage, not up to 1 week, she bought a house. To buy a house is not something you just get up and buy a house. It means you have planned already to move out. You had made that arrangement. Buying a house, you take months. You make that arrangement to leave out. So you had made all those things planned. So you had a time plan. And another one again, we have not seen Rojandana in the movies we have seen her. I don't think she up to in this year she had up to 10 movies. I don't think so. We have not seen that amount of movies. So if she was smart enough, like somebody who has a bachelor's degree in psychology, I just checked that she could have, with all the money, because when you get into a marriage with a politician, there are two things. Either you get into the marriage, you just stay low, or you try to do politics like how the other actors are doing, like Tonto DK, for example. Or if you want to, let me say, I just lost my chain of thoughts. She got into the marriage, so she mean that she had a plan to leave out of the marriage. So she was making this plan already. She had to keep something to show that, okay, if I'm going out of the marriage, I'm going to say he's beating me, he's doing something, because she started showing a picture of some brooches on her leg. Those things came after. I mean, like, I just feel that she had planned already that she was going to leave out of it. So whatever thing she's saying right now is just to back up her plan that she had made. If she had moved out of the house and went to her mom's place, then waiting for decisions to be made. But the way she went out, it showed that she was not like intending to come back to the place. She went out, then she settled, because buying a house, putting all those things, so she settled. Another one, when you look at videos, you see her videos with her in the club smoking stuff. How
Yep.
can we not believe that she was not taking hard? How is it possible to believe? So all the things Ned is saying about her, there are things that without Ned saying about it, we have seen some. We have seen some of those things. So
Yep.
put one and two together, it makes it look true. But what she's saying, I understand how, unfortunately, she's going through a lot. I really understand. But there's no facts to prove all the things that she's saying. She has
Yeah.
no, we have seen videos, she's destroying property, she's hitting cars, destroying houses. A normal person cannot get mad and is having that kind of destruction if you have not taken something. If you have not, because she's not the first wife, nor second, nor fourth. She has gotten married to many wives. So he knows, for him to get to that level, I believe, for the fact that she's taken something because of what I've seen. I believe for the fact that she had planned to move out already from this marriage. So all those things were planned things already. So for me, I don't think it's about age. I don't think. I just think that she wanted to just get there and collect her own share of the money and leave. Then she wanted to
Yeah.
just create a fact of why she's leaving is because of this. It's not because of that. She wanted to leave. She has been planning
I
that
have
since.
a question for you when you're done.
Yes, go on.
So my question for you is the part that you said she's just there to take her own share of the money and leave. My question is, do you think her environment encouraged her to go into that marriage and get money and leave, or it was just a self greed that made her do that, or do you
I
think it was
think
a pressure from the mom?
I think that it's part. The mom is part of it. They have seen the benefits of her getting into that marriage, and she
Mm-hmm.
knew that you cannot have that kind of money without giving birth, having a child with that person. You need to have something that even you leave out of the marriage, the man will be paying for that thing, which is those children that she has. So I think the mom encouraged her. She had a decision because of the money. Then the mom encouraged her because that was the point where the mom she had to say, "No, you cannot do this. Do you see this age level?" Because before, what we knew about her, she was dating someone, or what allegedly that's what we know, that she was dating someone. And the person, we have no record of her dating an old person. If we had a record of her dating an old person, we would feel that, oh, maybe it's her thing. But this one, there was no record of her dating a person of that age. For her getting into that kind of level, accepting that decision at that time, if it's this modern times, even possible. Yeah, at that time, 6 years ago, for you, that would look like a taboo for you to get yourself into that. It can only be money. Money is the only thing that can make you take certain kind of decisions, certain kind of risk, because risks comes with benefit. So she took those decisions for the benefits that she wants to. And even I believe that Ned himself knew already why, that she didn't love him. That it was for the money. Because
Of
But
course.
she said she loved him
Of
though.
course.
amongst all Ned's
Yes.
wives, we have not seen them showing out wealth like the way Regina has been doing. Because those are the things that she signed up for. She was making use of the private jet, the cars, but he has 5 wives. We know nothing about the wives, just maybe the Moroccan wife, but we don't see them showing all these things. There are times like Regina even moved sometime with her brother into the house. So all those
Don't you
things
think
were all
Regina was just doing all of that because of she's in the movie industry?
okay. How many we have seen actors like Ruth Kadiri, they have acted movies, it's all over. Okay, she got into the what movies has Regina acted that we can really hit our chest and say, oh, because of this money, she has come up with this movie, it's on Netflix. None. There's no movie I can hit my chest at. I have seen Regina in a movie, but I can also I recall the name of the movie because I don't think she had given us
No,
a
I'm
movie.
not. I'm not saying
What
whether she acted a movie or not. I'm asking that. Don't you think she was flaunting those wealth because she's in the movie industry, out of just pressure?
You can be in the movie industry and still not front well. You can front. Remember, if she comes and makes a video and shows like she's in a Bentley or whatever, nobody will front her or fault her if she comes and shows herself in it. I think what people are talking about, because honestly, when you read the comment section, you want to cry for Regina. I was shocked. I thought a lot of people were for her. Let me tell you guys the truth. A lot of people are against her. To my own surprise, if I read the comment section, you see everybody saying, "Ah, you're crying. Are you not crying in a Bentley again? Please go and cry in a Bentley." People don't have sympathy. And you know why? What he's saying is Regina will come and show us, oh, my husband just deposited $100,000 in my account. Oh, yeah. Things like that is what is pissing people off. Not really the videos of her in flashy cars or in jet and all that. I don't think people mind that. If you show what you have, take a picture with what you have, it's okay. I think it's those, showing, oh, they just deposited this amount. Oh, even there was a time they were changing Naira. That Naira was scarce. I remember that time. She came and she was showing like notes, brand new notes. And people were saying people can barely get money from the bank to feed your shoe. So I think those is what pisses people off. People like me, it doesn't bother me, but I don't, because I really don't care. But there are people that will take those things personally. So I think that is why so many people are so scared, are so against her. So it's not necessarily because she's in the movie industry. If she's in the movie industry and she's posting things, she's posting, people don't mind. But I think it's the show of wealth. Hey, I have this, I have that. There was a time she came and made a dance of Bullion Brand. If your man, the face is
Mm.
not good. I mean, I don't remember. But I think that's what people are saying. However, I want to give a shout out to the Michael Peterson. Peterson, you need to get in the studio to say your beat, because Peterson is disagreeing with you. She said that she agrees with what Ike is saying. So you can come in the studio so we can hear your opinion, okay? Go see it. Go see it. Thank you for being here. Friday, you all are welcome. If I don't mention your name, forgive me. It's going fast, so I don't get to see all the names, especially when we are talking. So you all are welcome. Please do me a favor, hit the like button on this show, hit the like button on this live stream, and share it. Okay, share it so we will be able to reach more people. Okay, so we can grow this family. Thank you guys, and God will bless you as you do. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate you guys being here, spending this time with us. I really do. Thank you all. So having
Okay,
said that,
back
I will
back
let you
to
guys talk.
back to what I was. My question is, when Regina first got married to this man, a lot of people dragged her on the internet, and I assumed, personally, I assumed that that was what prompted her to start showing the wealth to let people know that, okay, despite she married an older man, at least he's taking care of her. I felt that that was her coping mechanism and a
Mhm.
defense mechanism to let people know that I am fine. And guess what? It worked because
It was.
over time, people started saying it's only Regina Daniel that can give
They
them
can
relationship
advise them.
advice.
Yes.
Over time, people started saying, and then I remember then vloggers started saying that you people were the same people that criticized her when she married this older man at a very young age. Now you people are the same people saying it's only her that can give you relationship
Advice.
advice. It's only her that made the best decision in Nigeria because of the hardship that was going on in Nigeria. So that's why I'm like, don't you think that that was her coping mechanism to let people know that, okay, yes, I married an older man. You people are dragging me for this, but I've already entered this marriage. What else can I do? And other than to just post and let people know that, okay, despite I married this man, he's taking care of me. At least I'm not in hardship. That was
Yes.
what I was seeing, and that's my intent. So, Carl, what do you think that that was her coping mechanism and a defense mechanism to keep flaunting this wealth, or do you just believe she's flaunting wealth for the sake of flaunting wealth, or for the sake of to work to look down on other people?
I think that how can I say that was the reason why she got into marriage in the first place, because of wealth. So she had to make sure that she showed people the things she got into marriage for, because it was for the money. There's no two other things, just for the money. So she has to keep on that same publicity of showing that, okay, there's money here. So whatever thing she was doing online in TikTok, you see that it has relationship to do with the money. It has
Money.
relationship to show that I'm having fun. I'm. So I think that is the reason for me.
So nobody flaunts pains, and nobody flaunts that they're going through pain. Nobody will come to social media to tell you, oh, I'm what I signed up for is not what I'm seeing right now, right? I believe that Regina Daniel was lured into this marriage by a grown-up that don't have a business marrying a young lady of that age. I want you guys to hear from Ned Nwoko's brother. 1 minute. I don't know if you guys have seen the video so far, but I want to play a video
Me, I've not seen the video.
from, I don't know. I think the video went off my phone, but I'll find it. I'll find it again. Where you hear his brother talks about the Onitsha woman he got married to. I'll look for it again. Now, let me tell you, Ned Nwoko is a pedophile. There's no business with a 70-year-old and a 17-year-old. Nobody is seeing that fact. That before he married this lady, he married her for gains. He married her for gains. And this is not allegedly. He knew what he was doing because all his life he's a manipulator. Tell me of the wives that he did not marry, that he did not manipulate them into marriage. But because Regina Daniel decided to go into the marriage, I mean, she has her own blames. But it will not stop me from saying that both Ned and the mother to Regina Daniel has committed a crime against this young, innocent lady. She's innocent in all this. Because tell me what a 17-year-old have a business talking to a 70-year-old. Whose idea was this? A 70-year-old and a 17-year-old. Whose idea was this? And then all of a sudden, he was the same person telling you guys that she's taking drugs and he gave you guys evidence. Please, was this evidence where she was actually taking the drugs? That's what I want to ask. Or where she was in rehab? I'm asking a question, please.
Sweetheart, we all loved Regina just like you do. But if you want to
I
be
asked the
honest with
question.
yourself,
I asked the question.
you don't even need
I
Ned to
did
give you
ask the
evidence. You
question.
have seen videos of
Are you
Regina that
what is it the
clearly.
videos of she taking it or the videos of doing what? I want to know. Please, Carrie, you said
What my
there are
problem
evidence.
is now is who introduced her to it?
I'm
How was
asking
she
you.
introduced?
No, I'm
This
asking a clear
allegation
question
she's
because
making.
Carrie,
My dear, what are you saying? Regina herself has
Dr.
said that she
Precious,
takes
Dr.
drugs.
Precious, I'm asking
Reg,
Carrie a question. Carrie, do you see
you
an
you
evidence
Regina,
of her taking
you
the
need
drugs?
evidence when there is no acceptance. Regina herself have accepted that she does drugs. You know
I'm
that, right?
coming and agreed, but I'm asking because he said that Ned showed things with evidence, but Regina Daniel is talking without evidence. So can you tell me the evidence Ned has presented, please?
Regina Daniels said it herself. That's the
No,
first evidence, which is most
Carrie,
important.
Carrie, Carrie, hold on. You said that Ned showed evidence while he was talking and pictures. I'm asking you now, the footage that Ned showed on the internet, was it where she was actually taking the drugs? That's what I was asking.
No, that was not.
So the evidence that, sorry to cut you, the evidence that Ned have against Regina taking drugs is the fact that allegedly she had gone to rehab,
Okay,
and that is his evidence that she had gone to rehab twice, and that it was the
okay,
sibling who was smuggling this in. So that's evidence one. Two, he released the footage of where she was actually destroying things. That's evidence two. The part that he arrested Regina's brother, right? The evidence there was that Regina's brother threatened to beat Ned up. And that was his evidence. And that was why he got arrested. Then four was where um Regina's mother said that Ned's son that in the UK died of using drug. Meanwhile, Ned brought out medical history of the son that he actually died of heart attack. And that's why he said that Regina's mother is the next to go to prison. So
okay.
those are
These
the evidence.
for for crying out loud, I haven't seen any evidence so far. He has just
Okay,
brought
you
some
know what,
footage.
Lolo? Sorry to
Can I
cut
be
you off.
allowed to talk?
Let's not waste time on things that
Okay,
don't matter.
that's fine.
Regina
That's
have
fine.
accepted herself, so whether there's evidence or not is no longer important. What is important is things I had. Was Ned really the one giving her the drugs, drugging her, paying doctors to inject her like she claimed, or is she lying? That is the matter at hand. Another matter at hand is um is she 17 when she married or 20? Because remember, her mother said she was 20, and now she said she was 17. Who is telling the truth? Nandi, you're welcome. Nandi said, who among is saying the truth? The mother said Regina was 20 when she got married, and Regina said 17. I was thinking the same thing.
So
So
now
these
they are
are the
also saying
issues
the
that,
mother fabricated her age just to let her marry earlier.
you see. So if she fabricated her age, then that means Ned himself may not know that she's 17.
Oopie.
But if,
I don't believe that part.
mm, so, but
It
even
looks
at
like
13 or
Dr.
18, she's
Precious. It
still
looks
very
like
young.
it looks like you've been backing Ned Nwoko. To be quite frank with you, I couldn't even ask my questions to get to my point because all your evidence is stating that it's trying to exonerate Ned from all this menace he has made. And to me, it's in my ears, it's not nice at all because you can see
Sweetheart, you
somebody
were
coming
asking
from
the
streams.
evidence that Ned released where Regina is taking drugs. That is no
Yes,
longer
I
the
was
issue at
heading
hand.
somewhere. I was
Regina herself has
heading,
admitted.
Dr.
The
Precious,
issue
I
at
was
hand is
heading
was
somewhere
Ned
with that
drugging her.
question.
We are
I was
trying to
heading,
figure out if
I
Ned
was
is at fault.
That's what
So
I'm
you're
asking.
just talking
I'm
out of
saying
emotion.
I
You're not
was
being
heading.
logical.
I'm zero emotion. I was heading somewhere with that,
Okay,
question.
if you were heading
Okay.
somewhere, then I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't know you were heading
But
somewhere.
no, no, no,
I
no,
thought
no,
you
no.
were looking for
You are
evidence.
you are
And I'm
Ned's
trying to
elder
say that it's
sister,
no
or
longer
okay,
necessary
you are
because
Ned's
Regina
younger
has
sister. So
admitted.
you're fighting for Ned. That's fine, and I'm agreeing. I mean, you're Ned, and you're fighting for Ned. We've agreed that that's not a problem. I
Sweetheart,
told you that you are.
sweetheart,
It's
no,
fine.
don't say that. Don't say that because you're absolutely saying something that you cannot back up. I may need evidence from you to say that I'm backing Ned. I am not backing Ned. I
So
do not
I
like
can ask
fighting
you
with
for
Regina. I
evidence.
have children myself. If
Are
this
you
was my
serious?
child, I may want to also do something to Ned. No, there's no way it's okay. I have said it severally that you don't have a business getting married before the age of 25. Regina done a
Now,
lot of
however,
injustice to her. So I
see,
am totally
however,
100% for Regina. She's a child that
please
was
let's
misused.
progress with
Okay.
this. Let's progress
However,
with this.
you don't want to say things that are not true because you're emotional. One, you
I'm
say
not.
they were not married. These people have a
They
home
were
to
not
live.
married. Period.
You say,
That's
okay,
my own
that
opinion,
is
and
not.
they were
And
not
now
married.
you're asking for evidence where she was smoking or where she was doing drugs. Why are you asking
I
for
didn't say
evidence when she
smoking.
herself have
I didn't use the
admitted?
word smoking.
And
I
me
said
telling
where
you
was
that
he
means I'm
doing
back
the
in Ned,
drug?
then
He has not
that
given
means
us
you
a
don't
footage
understand. You
that
don't
she no.
understand.
He has not given us a footage saying that she's taking drugs. And then Regina Daniel admitted. That's why I said I was heading somewhere. The evidence he has presented is not even giving him a leeway on the case. But all I'm trying to tell you is that Regina Daniel accepted that she was taking these things, but he was the one that introduced her to these things.
Now that is the issue at hand. I agree with you. That's what we want to iron out. Was he the one that introduced her? That is the matter. That is the core of the matter.
And
I'm
she
not
said
taking
that
a
she will be
picture.
tied and she will be injected. She'll be
Yes.
tied and she's going to be injected, and at the same time, she's going to be raped. I'm trying to
That
just
is
look
a
for.
very concerning thing, no,
That is
honestly.
very
Yes, I think I
concerning.
had
That's
the
what I'm saying. These
report.
are the issues we should be talking about, and not whether there's evidence or not. Is she really injecting her? Is oh my god! And if that is true, if this is true, oh no,
So it means that
oh
Regina
my
said two
god.
things. She said two things. The first thing, she accepted that she's taking drugs. Then the second thing, she said that it was done by Ned. So now she has to give us the facts to prove that it was done by Ned. So there's no facts to prove that all that happened by Ned. So those are two things. She has accepted her fault yet. Now to say that she was being RAPE by Ned, you have to give the factual for it. So I don't think that she has the facts to prove that part. Because when you
Yes,
say things, you have to give out facts
you
for us
have
to
to back
believe
it
it.
up. Yeah, you
You
have
have
to
to back
back
it
it up.
up. So I don't think, no, we're not saying that Ned was supporting Ned fully. He has his own part to play, but we're saying that she's responsible for her actions. The ones that she has accepted, we know that. But the other things that she's saying against, we have to have the facts for it for us to be able to put two and two together and believe what she's saying.
Regina is the one accepting. I haven't seen the Honorable Ned accepting accountability of anything. Because according to Igbo culture, they handed over a child. If we claim that she's married, right? That the mother handed over a child to Ned. So the child they gave to him by the mother,
Have you actually
which is
watched the
not
whole
recognized.
the traditional wedding? Did you see the people of men that was in that wedding? All of those people partaking in that wedding.
Anybody can buy mother and father of
So
the day.
if those people accepted it, then it means it's legal to be done according to the traditional part of it. If those people sat there and accepted those traditions to go on, it means that it's a legal thing to be done. In Muslim, some people get married 10 years, 11 years, that's been done. It depends on the tradition. So we don't know if in their tradition, in the absence of the father, maybe they have a representative that can stand as the father and the marriage can go on. So just in case
Exactly.
this thing never happened, that marriage could
I,
have
I
gone on.
think I found the video. Can we play this if you guys don't mind, please? I don't have any more with you. Have access to you. But as a brother, I have tried to tell you the truth through this same media on Facebook. You are bringing so much disrepute to the name Nwoko. You're not ashamed. You're not ashamed for your today is the ninth day of opportunity for you to have a change of attitude, a change of heart. The Bible says that there's a way that
No, no,
cements
put it up so we
that
can
to a
see.
man, at the end thereof, that ways of death. That's Proverbs 14, verse 12. You're all over social media promoting things that are not connected to the culture of our people. Things that are you're saying things that have nothing to do with the core values with which we were brought up. Core value of dignity, of respect, of hard work, of family, of relationship, of education. I'm not talking about going to school. You've been posting your profile that you have a degree in law, but you sound to me like you're an illiterate. Because if you're not an illiterate, you will know. And there are natural laws that govern our world. There are natural laws that govern the earth. Whatever it is that you have gone through, you haven't even started. They are as a result of. I'm trying to also look for where he told him he married a woman earlier. When I find the place where he told him how he married an Onitsha woman and how that marriage ended up, you can see that at least a family member of Ned is speaking up. Thank you. Carrie, you can go ahead while I get that part.
No, the truth is, Ned have 100% blame. He had no business marrying somebody that is young enough to be a grandchild. We have all accepted that. If this girl was 30 or 30 something, then we say she's fully mature to make that decision. And if that's what she decides to do, that's her business. The only reason we're upset at the mother and Ned, because me, I don't say his mother, I don't say his Ned, I think it's both of them. It's because they were both matured enough to make that decision. This little girl was not matured enough to make that decision. But now that has been settled by everybody. We don't like that, but it has happened. Now, the matter at hand is these allegations. Is it true? Is it false? That's what we're trying to, that's the conversation now. And then what can the young people coming up, what can they learn? Because this will still happen. There will still be this 17-year-old, 18-year-old that will marry somebody much older. So they need to be, that's why these conversations are important, so they can be seeing it. And even other parents can be seeing it in order to advise their upcoming children. So that's the issue at hand. If this is happening, the first time it happened, the second time you happen, don't continue to stay there. Run. Go and talk to somebody. Talk to if your mother is not listening, because sometimes our mothers can be the problem. They'll tell you, "Yeah, go back to your husband's house. What are you talking about? Don't let anybody hear." Go to an auntie, go to an uncle, bypass your parents. That's the cocoa of the matter, is that we're trying to bring out this and the lessons we can learn from it.
Yeah.
But the issue that Ned married Regina at such a young age, that is settled by everybody. That is not okay. Go find your age mate or somebody who is very, very matured like you. Okay? But that has been done already. So there's no question about that. The question is these accusations that are creeping up. What do you all think about it? And to be honest, from what I'm hearing, we had from a man, K, what he said, and a lot of men share in that thought process. And some women, there are some women that are making videos saying, backing Ned 100%, saying that they just went for the money. It's just that things went wrong. Okay, there are a lot of people of that opinion that Regina is making these things up to make Ned look bad. But I'm not of that opinion because me, I believe in evidence. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's a lie. Until we see evidence to know that it's true, like Kay is saying, we will believe her. And what Ned is saying, we also don't know if it's true. We also don't know if it's a lie until he brings evidence. The only thing we now know is that there is drug being done. But Ned, are you the one that is giving her the drugs, like she said? Or are you the one that introduced her to the drugs, like she said? Because if it is, then you're
Um,
still to be blamed for these drug issues.
Thank you
So
so much.
to me, those are the issues at hand now.
So I'll say this, right? I'll send this, maybe another video you might make, it might be very needful. Now, one thing I want to say to you is that this guy is an ingrate over the years. The wife he
Who?
married that made
Who
him
is
a
an ingrate, Ned?
Ned, and not allegedly. The wife he married that was from Onitsha. This was the way he part ways with her. And even his family told her to go and bring her back. Where is she today? That's how he became a British citizen before he returned back to Nigeria. If you go put on Facebook Ned Nwoke's brother's testimony, trust me, it will pull out. You're going to find these things I'm saying right now. Even when Ibori helped him, how did he end? Everybody that helps this guy, trust me, he's reaping his karma. And he should pray that most of these people that have evidence, not just Regina Daniel, he might just end up in a bad place. Let me tell you, everybody is not the same. There are people that have a strong spirit I'm telling you, and that's where I believe in God and I believe in spirituality. He must have gotten away with a lady in the UK that didn't have a chance to fight, that didn't have a voice. But trust me, maybe Regina Daniel might even be wrong. Maybe she had ulterior motive. But there's somebody you come to, and trust me, your karma will come. And why I'm carefully saying these things is because from the very onset, how did you push Regina Daniel under the bus of taking drugs? Was this not supposed to remain in the family? If we go back to what displayed, Regina Daniel never exposed this clip of in my mother's house I'm this, in Ned Nwoke's house I'm a slave. It wasn't done by her. It was done by an insider. And trust me, they found the perpetrator. So when he was granting his interview, he shouldn't have thrown Regina Daniel under the bus.
He shouldn't
The
have.
ways
Ned made
of
a mistake.
handling.
Me, I said that's why I said both of them, both of them have issues because Ned himself, I don't like that he came
And
to
then
say
when Regina Daniel was not talking, the mom
he
had the
shouldn't have said
audacity.
that.
When
Because
Regina
what
Daniel
good
was
is he
not
going to
speaking,
do?
Dr.
You tell
Precious,
the
did
public
you remember that
she's
the
doing
mom was
drugs.
all
What is
over?
that going to do?
Did you remember that the mother was all over from the video of there's God, there's this, there's that, medicine after death? Did you guys remember that the mom was the first person to come out to speak? Regina Daniel will come to the camera and catch some cruise without talking to us, right? The first time she did it, the second time she did it, before the third time, and she started writing. And then we saw the video of her crying because at that point, she doesn't know what else to do. Could it be that that girl has lived a life that was not even her own? Because what business does she have putting food in the parents' table?
I
What
know.
business does a child have?
I know. And
Some of us
she
are
thinks and she has
40 years old,
normalized it because
47
she's
years
saying
old,
that God used
they
her
are
to
jobless.
wipe her
And their parents
mother's
are the one
tears.
training them. Some of them don't want to do anything back home in Africa. And we don't realize that as kids, the way to give our kids a good life is to walk hand in hand, making sure that things becomes okay. I'm sure that many of us was never rich. I'm sure that many of us did not. Where we are today is hard work that has gotten us there. Dr. Precious, your dad money did not get you where you're sitting today. At some point, you had to follow your own path. At some point, you had to follow your own path. But we're looking at this that morals was not even really inculcated in this young lady. Because trust me, if I'm going to say the truth today, the way she went about certain things were totally wrong. But it boils down to upbringing.
Yeah. You see,
You can
Lolo, now
still be
you're
acting
talking. Now
movies.
you're talking.
You
Because
can
you
still be
used to
acting
act
movies.
like you were blinded to
You can
everything.
still be acting movies and still be a perfect image. That thing you're acting should not define you. It's a job at the end of the day. This child, according to her, has been the breadwinner of her
Of the
family.
grown men,
Sending
grown men and women.
sending
Can
her
you
brother to
imagine
school and
a
everything.
child?
When Nwoke says he helped send somebody abroad. He helped the one that got married to her stability. I don't blame him. Who do I blame? The so-called mother. I'll keep calling her. Because when you gave somebody out hand in marriage, Look at Regina Daniels' dad doesn't sound like he didn't want his daughter. He didn't sound like he didn't care about his family. For some of those single mothers that go outside and paint the image black of some certain men,
Yeah,
this is
because
something
they're
for us
upset
to
with the
be
men.
from. From some of those men that go to paint a wrong image about their wives when they are no longer together, this is for you.
Yeah.
Because some of you know how to kneel down and beg for forgiveness. And because the Gen Z don't know how to forgive easily, they believe you should merit it. They will go back and say, hey, their children don't want to forgive them. But you didn't check the years you hurt these children. You didn't check them at all. So all I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, Regina Daniels' mother, you see the nonsense she came out to speak from her mouth. Oh, my mom didn't tell. That's a big lie. That's somebody defending what we all lie. From the onset, I said to people that the mom is part of this evil. And when she noticed that it does not suit her anymore, then she come out to speak. Do you know that when she did not agree with that marriage, you can tell when a woman did not give a blessing out, a father did not give blessing out, they will go elsewhere, they will go and do court marriage. In fact, because Ned Nwoko likes traditional marriage so much, he would have not had married Regina if there was no backing by that so-called woman. Many of you
Very
might go
true.
now on TikTok and say, oh, look at what she's doing. I don't care. To me, she's not a mother. She doesn't know what the meaning of motherhood is. Because if I tell my child, you're not marrying this person, trust me, I will not attend your wedding. And if that's what you want to live with it for the rest of your life. And that's the truth. But every same child of mine that came out from this womb will know that when mom is in order with everything, that everything will work out for good. That they need their parents' blessing. And that's why I preach everywhere on social media. The most important blessing you need in your marriage is your mother and father blessings. When you get that, trust me, you will go high with it. When there's problem, trust me, your mother and father will fight like a wounded lion they are. That is culture. But trust me, right now, she's screaming. The dad doesn't even know where to start from. Do you see where they left the dad? The man doesn't know where
Yeah.
to start from. So I'm
From
also
the very
saying
beginning, the father said he does
for
not want that
dad.
marriage.
I'm also
From the
saying
very
no to
beginning, he
wicked
said
women.
no.
I'm also saying no to women that think that if marriage is not working, then they should use it against the other person. I'm saying no to fathers in the past that when marriage no longer suits them anymore, then they turn their children mad because they don't know. It's okay to not agree anymore in that home, but there's something called co-parenting, putting your differences aside and coming
For the
together
sake of the children.
that that child is a masterpiece. So I think
Yes.
at this point, I'll take a break so I can listen to some of you. Thank you so much.
No, if I may add to what you said, Lolo, now we are talking. This is the point of this whole show. Women, when you divorce a man or when a man divorces you, just be rest assured that you guys are divorcing each other. Don't put the children in there in the middle. Let your child, because sometimes you're saying that these fathers, they abandon the children. Some fathers don't abandon the children. It's the woman that uses the children as a weapon. They weaponize the children to punish the man. They stop letting or making it difficult for that man to have access to the children. Eventually, some men give up. Look at Davido. Look at Davido and Sophie. That one was playing out before our eyes about Imade. Davido was trying to, have access to Imade. Though some people will still support Sophie no matter what. But eventually, Davido made it obvious that he can't keep going through the shenanigans. And eventually, people were telling him, leave her. Imade will grow up and come and find you. That's the video, so we can all see it. Now, Sophie is saying because the video wants to use, whatever anyway, let me not get into that. But the point is, if you divorce a woman, remember you still have children. You have no business divorcing your children because you divorced the woman. And then the women involved don't weaponize the children to punish your ex. Let your ex have access to the children, whether he's bringing money or not. Because parenting is not only about money. Some will say if you're not bringing money, you will not see the children. Even if they're not bringing money, still let them see the children. Because you're not doing it for him. You're doing it for those children. So let this be a lesson. Let's all be learning because somebody asked if the father was involved in their life, do you think this would have happened? We don't know. Maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have. But definitely what we cannot agree on is that it would not have made it worse. So let this be a lesson because divorce has happened in many homes. Divorce is happening. Divorce will still happen. Let parents know that you still have to take care of your child, not only financially, but emotionally. There's a video I made when all this started. That video is talking about daddy issues. Okay, because I'm always coming from a scientific point of view. Their children, when they grow up without their dad, they seek out older men to replace whatever void they are feeling. Even though when you say it, people will be like, shut up, what are you talking about? But these things are true. There is a subconscious. They don't even know they're doing it. They are trying to replace that fatherly love so that they want older men. They want older men not because of romance. They want older men to fulfill that thing they're missing from their dad. So they begin to take a husband that is playing father to them. So even if they get somebody their age or somebody that is older that wants to have a romantic, equal partnership, they are not attracted to that. They want the one that will punish them. They want the one that will discipline them. They want the one that will treat them like a child because that's the void they're trying to fill. It's called daddy issues. And again, there are studies to back these things up. So anyway, let this be a lesson to parents. Let somebody else speak, please.
Carl, do you have something to say?
You guys have actually said everything. There's a lot of things I was trying to say, but you guys have said everything. But I also think that this also is a lesson to the young girls. To when getting married, you have to know the person you're getting married to. Compatibility is very important because look at, like, you get an example of Davido. They can work out together, do things together. You guys can have similar discussion because the age group is so important when you're getting married to somebody. You are in the same age group, so you can have certain things to talk about. When you look at it, what can Regina really and the husband, what can they really talk about? Because they are from two different generations. So their similarities of seeing things is way different. So those things are very important. So before you get married, it's good to look at all those things. Look at the partner as a brother, as a sister, as someone that you can have that discussion. So if that is not there, there's already a problem. So I just think that it's those are things that as we are growing, we have to know the kind of partner that we choose. It's very
Yeah.
important because it's going to impact our life in our decisions that we make in our sexual life that we make. All those things are very important. So we have to put all those things in place before we choose a partner. So I think
I
that's what
agree
I can
with
add.
you because I remember clearly, yeah, back when this marriage started, the father said no. The father, I don't even think the father was at the wedding. He didn't. I say wedding, the traditional thing they did. He wasn't there. He didn't show up. He didn't consent, and he made it known to the public right from the beginning. So now everything is even happening. People are now bringing out statements when the father said that he did not consent to this marriage at all. People are now bringing it out, and I strongly believe that if the both parents were still together and didn't even have issues, Regina would definitely not have married this man. That's my strong belief.
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, just like everybody has said, this is a learning curve for everybody. Both the older men to stop looking for things like 19, 18, 17 to marry. And also 19, 17, 18 not to be looking for older men. Because the funny truth is that right now, especially in Lagos, Nigeria, most women or young girls are just looking for older guys with money to end up with. They don't even mind if it's relationship, marriage, or just baby mama. They don't mind, and that's as a result of the hardship in the country. It's not even an excuse for them to do that, but it's a learning curve for them to learn to work for themselves, find a way out, and be something for themselves, and not even keep relying on someone else's money. And also, I don't understand what a 17 or 18 or 19-year-old girl will be discussing in marriage with a 70-year-old man or 60-year-old man. I'm still yet to comprehend. Like, they will sit down and be looking at each other and be talking about what inside the marriage.
I know. I said it in one of my videos. I said that you'll be busy trying to figure out, okay, who does this land belong to, blah, blah, blah. And
People get
Regina will
married
be busy
though.
trying to figure out what is the latest TikTok
It's
trend.
just like a 30-something years old woman in the UK that came out publicly to say she's married to her husband is now 80 years old and she's in her 30s. I'm like, what? How did that happen? She said she found love and she's still in love with the man. They live in UK. They're not even in Nigeria.
No, there are so
They
many
live in
couples
UK.
like that. So many. Especially if you see these Caucasian men. There are so many
For me,
older
for me,
women.
20 years above is the borderline, to be honest. 15, 16, it's borderline for me. Anything above that, that means you're married to your ancestor. That's the truth. 16 years
There
senior is
are women
okay.
that are doing it and they will swear to you that is the best. They found love. There are so many of them. So
And there's
many.
all
So
old people
let me
You see,
let me
the
tell
reason
you the
that we're
trendy
talking
thing.
about this is because things went wrong.
Chisom, you said,
Few months ago, people were saying that Regina should ask Ned if they can become the eighth wife.
Yes.
People were saying that Regina is the only one
T.Y.
that can be
Savage
married.
said that she wants to become a second wife. She said,
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm
No,
saying this.
Exactly.
what I was saying is that there's something even trending with what Dr. Fresher said about women saying they're even looking for the older ones. It's true because there's a trend. There was a trend at a time going on of how a 20 something year old or a 30 something year old would be with a 70 something year old man. And they will say, he gives me peace. The trend is, he gives me peace of mind. I'm not worried about him cheating because he's too old to be running up and down to follow women. So they are
Then you have
saying,
not seen
I'm
net.
not.
It's
So
a yeah, it's a new trend. They say peace of
yeah,
mind. Like I said, few
that
months back,
yeah.
people were looking at Regina as the yardstick to follow. But anyway, the question here at the end of the day, did we answer the question? Do we believe Regina or do we believe Ned? Let's
For
quickly
me,
touch.
I believe Regina to an extent, not every rubbish. I use the word rubbish and her ranting that I believe in. But I'll tell you the one I
You
absolutely,
are the one. You are the one calling Regina's talk rubbish.
I, excuse me, I still have my own opinion.
You
Now, and
are
Dr.
you
Precious,
now against Regina? You are now backing Ned.
couple of
No,
days
she's
ago or
not.
yesterday, I actually specified that the one she said her mom is not the one that lured her. That's rubbish. I won't accept it because you can see clearly, it's clear, right? That the mom was the one that actually lured her because of her gains. Because tell me what a 17-year-old wants. 17-year-old, tell me, give me the list. Most 17-year-old in Nigeria, if you give them 20 million naira, they don't know what to do with it. But they will spend the money for nonsense at the end of the day. But tell me that a 40 something years old woman, you give her 20,000, 20 million naira. Dr. Precious, she already know what to do with that funds that will last. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes. So that one she said, I'm not gonna believe it. That's nonsense. And I will say it again and again. Now, however, the one that she took accountability, yes, I am taking it. However,
I wish she didn't admit
and
that.
yes,
I wish she
thank you
didn't
so
admit
much.
that to the whole world
Wait, Dr. Precious,
because
you
that might
won't
hurt her
blame
child
her.
custody
Dr.
issues.
Precious, you won't blame her. The tension was high. Ned was taking everything that belongs to her, putting petition. Ask yourself, how is Mercy Johnson involved in this? You can see
Even
that
on
she's
the
trying
media.
to put her legs,
Huh?
and she's still trying to take her legs off. Are you understanding what I'm saying, ma? Because the
No.
man is also in power to do the undo. Her last message on her verified page was, "You want to take everybody away, and then I will find no place to hold on to." Are you understanding what I'm saying? No one to call. You're taking mommy, you're taking siblings, everybody that come close to me, you're harassing them. Basically, that's what she's saying. And she said he wants her to be frustrated and be alone. Are you understanding what I'm saying? She has gotten to
But
the point where she cannot talk. Do you know what do we understand by depression, Dr. Precious? That child cannot talk. She writes more than she actually speaks. She writes when somebody gets to the point where writing is now how they pour their heart out because they pass that stage that they cannot be able to speak.
that is why when you are in a situation, find somebody that can advise you other than the people around you, because the people around you are all emotional. Regina needs an advisor, maybe a
She does.
lady
She does.
that she can be listening to, because I will
She has
still
a
say
father.
it tomorrow. Admitting that she does drugs to the world cannot be a good thing,
It's okay.
especially
She took
when she has children.
accountability. Yeah, but she took accountability. It's okay. And let me tell you,
With the
Regina,
She can
stuff I
take
have to take
accountability
custody.
without telling the whole world. I don't know why people think that
um,
you now owe the world explanation. What is the world going to do with that?
unfortunately, since the day one she got married, the word has been involved.
The world
Unfortunately.
can be involved, but you don't have to indulge them. You don't have to indulge them.
Dr. Precious, you're reasoning like Dr.
Why
Precious.
didn't
You're
she come? Why,
reasoning like,
okay, when the world was
you
involved,
know.
they were telling her not to marry. Why didn't she listen to the world then?
Okay, at what point did the world know that she's marrying Ned Nwoko, or did they just see wedding pictures? How did they
Okay,
even know that she's
when
going to
they
marry
now
him?
know and they gave the opinion, why didn't she run away then? What I'm trying to tell you is that you cannot say that it's okay for her to put her whole life to the world
For
just
me,
because the world is
Dr.
involved.
Precious, for me, this is not the time to fault her, and I'll be honest to you.
I'm not faulting her. I'm saying that she shouldn't. Me having
I
an
agree.
opinion on what she did doesn't mean faulting her.
I
You
agree.
see, you
I
have this
agree.
thing where
I, Dr. Precious, I
you
said
make
for me.
everything an
I'm
attack
not. I'm not
moment.
saying for
No,
you.
that
I'm
is
not
my
saying for
opinion. My
you.
opinion is
I'm
that she
saying
should not
for
have admitted
Dr.
to the
Precious. I'm
world that
saying
she
for
does
me.
drugs because
For
of her
me.
children.
For
How is
me.
that
I see.
faulting her?
So hold on. For me, I'm not going to fault her. I see accountability in her parts. That's
And
me.
the only way to
And
take accountability is to the world. You cannot take
that's fine.
accountability until you
If,
tell it to the world.
Dr. Precious, to be honest, right? I'm sure she's hearing different people advising her.
So she should
I'm
she
sure
should
she
hear
can
this
come
one.
through
Stop
these
admitting
videos.
stuff on social media. Talk to the
Dr.
people
Precious, I'm
behind.
sure that she might even bump into your video, right? Or she can
If she
see
bumps into
further
my
of them.
video, it will help her to know not to keep talking.
Okay, so but there's something I want to tell you. Do you know it is when everybody is talking to you, not one person, not two person, not three person, and then you're seeing people in situations, the people you love, it's very difficult, even for an adult, to make the right decision. So I'll tell you, that child is
So
going
the
through a
best
lot.
thing is for you
And
people
if
to
she's
keep
actually
forgiving her
taking
into making
drugs,
mistakes.
Dr. Precious, if she's actually taking drugs, she's not in her right sense of mind when it comes to reasoning. And I'll tell you. And I don't know what you think about the lady that has been everywhere saying that she knows that she was taking these things before marriage. I don't know if you've seen that woman, Shefima or something they call her. Carrie, have you seen that lady?
No,
Carrie, are
no,
you
I
there?
don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
For me, I don't think so. But I heard about a lady. I don't know if it was her friend
That
that
claimed
they
that
said,
she has been
yeah,
taking
that came that
drugs
day all
before
together before she met Ned.
and people were asking her how much was she making. to be buying
Yes.
those drugs, and she couldn't answer the question. She picked offense in the live video. So I
Yes, I
feel
heard
like
about it.
that lady was paid.
Even the lady herself, she looked like she was on drugs because she was not even
Thank you so
talking.
much. But what
Yeah, I
I'm
watched the
saying is
video.
that
I watched the video. She wasn't
the
even talking
family,
straight.
I didn't
The
see this
family
lady.
needs
Where
to
did
go
you all
and
see
pick
this
up.
one, Biko?
I think I'll share it when I see it. The family needs to go and pick up. If Regina Daniel family is looking for who to arrest, they should start from that lady. Because trust me, the lady has said a lot. She even claimed that she's the one that did whatever to tie Regina
That's
Daniel.
right.
Regina Daniel was not a virgin. That she was the one that
Oh,
made
are you
That
talking
Regina
about
she was a
Daniel.
best
Jaruma?
friend. Like
Are
at
you
that
talking
time, she
about
was a best
Jaruma?
friend to Regina Daniels.
Jaruma, yeah, Jaruma.
Jaruma. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and she claimed. Now ask yourself, how can that lady? How old is that woman? And how old is Regina Daniel? Where did they meet? You guys
No,
are
they used to be friends though. They
okay.
used to be friends
Before the marriage or after the marriage?
Before
before
the
the marriage.
marriage.
They
Before the
used to be.
marriage, they have pictures
Now, before
together.
the marriage. So the lady was claiming that at 17, that Regina Daniel was already taking drugs. And they asked her, where did she find the money to take this drug? She was lost. Then she started arguing. Oh, if you watch this, I watched it on TikTok and it was kind of funny. And then she said, I told you this since January this year, before this happened. She started raging. And, and I thought
No, Jaruma also Jaruma have also come out to admit that she's on drugs. She
that she
has.
too is on
And
drugs.
she has been on rehab, but I don't know how good the rehab is working.
But
So
on
she
that
has also
particular clip,
admitted. So it's not even
Dr. Precious,
like
on that
she looks like
particular
she
clip,
is.
she said that she has never taken drugs before. On these clips, I'm telling you, Carrie, if you watched it, she said that she did not take it, she doesn't even drink, she doesn't even smoke, and she has never taken it before. On this particular clip, telling you about.
Who said it?
Jeruma.
Oh, and it's
So,
recent. And that
recent,
video is recent.
couple of days ago, recent.
Oh no, she has admitted that Jaruma has said herself that she was hospitalized
Then
hospitalized
that
because
means
she
something
almost
is wrong with
overdosed.
Jerima or Jeruma. That means something is actually wrong with her. If she can come out to just discredit Regina Daniel like this and claim that she was the one that tightened her and made her back a virgin, she was the one
No,
that
that one is
she was
nonsense
she was
because
also the one that gave her Kaima.
medically speaking, there is a
She was
way,
the one that
there
gave
is a
Regina
procedure.
Daniel Kaimata to catch Ned. So she told us that Ned is under a spell from Regina Daniel because she gave her Kaimata. So you guys make it add up. There was no other person in the world to hold down. It was Ned. Ned. Oh Lord, you guys give me.
You said where they talk. So Ned, are you telling me Ned not enter your eyes?
I will remain single. I will run to the comments like my life depends on it.
My friend, be quiet there. Ned they enter your eyes.
Let me let me be honest to you,
When you see that private jet, will you as you
Even
like
my
money rich? You know you
let me
like
put it like
money.
this, even in my
As you
own,
like money rich, Ned they enter your eyes.
my dear, guess what? I will never marry a man because of how much he has. Now, I don't want the man. I'm one of those women that don't believe a man should control me. Like, hey, come here, come and sit down. You see how he's controlling Regina Daniel and the entire family? That's not what I'm looking for, girl. I'm looking for a home builder, a father. Amo odogu, ya bolo odogu. That thing called odogu is not just because there's something in between their legs and because they have the cash. That's not the meaning of odogu. Odogu has meaning. And odogu brought guy name. So it's unfortunate that the parents did not teach her what is odogu. Dr. Precious, I'm sure you have taught your daughter what is odogu. And when she see odogu, how she can recognize what is odogu. Because guess what? Many of these mothers has not taught their children. And that's why when they see some peasants, that's why when they see some refracts, and when they see some money misroad,
Peterson is
go
asking
ahead.
Ned they enter which eye? They enter Lolo eyes.
They go ahead.
You know
Guess
that thing
what?
when you like somebody, you
Dr.
are
Bishop,
very, very
Dr.
passionate
Bishop, hold
about
on.
them.
They go ahead. They go ahead to actually go for those kind of men because their parents did not show them well. I'll leave this with you. With the way High Chief takes care of you, I'm sure the kids at home are emulating. I'm sure they can see what goes on day to day in their marriage. And guess what? That is how a daughter will want to be treated tomorrow. And whatever you do to High Chief is how the kids in that home will treat their wives tomorrow. Because sometimes we believe it's not about talking to the children, it's what they see with their eyes
Yeah, that has more impact in them than what you tell them.
than what you're commanding. Is
Yeah.
what they see. Sometimes my children will start acting character. Oh, mommy does this way, daddy does this way. We just look at them and we're laughing. We're laughing, but that's what will build them tomorrow. So for the ones that has taught their children how to extort from people, trust me, their kids will only know that road unless they get to a point in life where God willingly they turn around. God willingly they meet better people and better people change their life. I don't think Regina Daniel was opportune to have a good friend because if that lunatic was her friend, then I'm afraid If the lady that comes out to say, oh, that's her friend, I'm afraid because I didn't even see somebody positive. And from my own, from what I want to describe, her brother was not even positive in her life. It's so sad that some people that's supposed to show positivity, what kind of brother is that? It's just because I didn't want to bring him in this conversation. But what kind of brother is that? And to hear that he's already married, and to hear that he came to somebody's home to constitute nuisance.
Yeah, I saw a video of the wife was made. The wife made a video when they arrested him and said that he's Sammy's wife. I was
But
like,
he was
what?
going to the sister's house to cause and create chaos. And then you tell me that that's a brother. For me, Ned kids might be untrained, but you see that one that was holding Regina Daniel and saying, Mommy, please let it go on that video. That young man stole my heart. And I'm sure if everything gets better, she might still have relationship with those her stepsons. Because if you go back and play what was going on in that house, let's forget it was not just about hate. I still saw some positive things in the home. Where those kids that were close in her age or they were age mates, I don't know. Where she was buying, she bought them phones. She made them happy. Whenever they see her, they jump at her. They were even acting like they were in the same age bracket. If you watch those videos gave me joy. Those videos uplifted my spirit. But because of the pressure she had from back home, maybe that marriage would have even been better. And I'm telling you the truth because she said that Ned was trying to get rid of her family the moment they were married. Will I even blame the Ned also? When all the family came to do in her life is to grab. There's so many men going through that. Let's
Yeah.
assume Ned was younger. They were even in there for grabs. You can see where the mother was actually billing her. Are you understanding what I'm saying? You can see where the mother was actually billing a young lady. So, to what ends? That's my question. It's so sad that what played in that family played in that family. But Dr. Precious, I'll still pick some of the good things that I saw. But I will tell you the moment where I knew that there was trouble in paradise. I remember calling you and we were talking about it. The moment that little girl showed the video where the husband was going to pee,
Where the husband was what?
was going to use the bathroom. Carrie, didn't you watch the video?
I watched that. I
Where
watched
the
that.
husband was going to use the bathroom. And they acted like it was all joke. That I can believe that it doesn't show that she's okay. Right there. Right there.
Yeah.
It's some pictures.
Okay, so if you saw that and you believe this, then how come you talk the way you talk
It
as
didn't
if people
show.
are lying on her?
Dr. Precious, I told you when I listen. If you've not seen the way I speak, I kind of bring all the stories, all the subjects, and when I'm going to summarize, I summarize and tell you what I believe because that's how you create stories, right? From this, from this, from this, and then at the end of the day, you put them together. So all I'm trying to say in essence is, it was at that point I knew that something was off here. And should I shock you, Carrie? Even the Ned, something was off with him because he didn't even feel disappointed. I'm telling you the truth. Something was not right. But trust me, he's old enough. His tolerance level is different. There's a young man that takes what do you guys call it, marijuana? His siblings and all that. They take it, nothing was wrong. But a little boy, a cousin of theirs that came, they were in the same age bracket, took the marijuana and ran away. And they were trying to help him. They were trying to hold him. He was fighting everybody. That young man went to commit suicide because guess what? It was not suitable for him. But those ones that have been taking it, their brain could carry it. Their tolerance level was high. So what am I saying? The only reason I was saying Ned is part of the drugs is because I saw something that was wrong, that he should have not even allowed that video sell because he was an adult right there. That video would have been deleted from the internet. But guess what? He allowed the video there and allowed his wife to come and defend such video.
Actually, that video she was live on TikTok. So it's not there
Wow.
was no
Can you
yeah.
imagine? But
She
did
was
you
live
see
on
him
TikTok.
disappointed? Did you see him disappointed? He acted like all was well. All was well in the video. So you see why I believe Regina Daniels to an extent that yes, something like that was going on, but an adult that was there allowed it and was okay with it. Because I'm sure if he started from the very beginning and said no to Regina Daniel, he wouldn't get to this point. He would have stopped. Because from the beginning, everybody adored him. Regina Daniel will always call him her Odogu. Carry
At
maybe.
a point, Ned was entering people's eyes. Oh, at a point, he started to look cute, small, small. Honestly, Regina did something to that guy. At the point, they're like, Ned is not looking so bad, though.
Maybe you'll
And he
see.
was entering people's eyes.
To be honest, for you to say was he entering your eyes? It's a good
I
question.
beg you, he don't enter your eyes. Finish. You don't want to tell the truth because we're live. The reason why you are so mad at him marrying Regina is because deep inside,
Maybe you need help.
unconsciously, you're angry that he didn't
Maybe,
come for you.
maybe a 70-year-old man, even for somebody of my age, is too old. there's nothing we'll be doing on the bed. And I'm just telling you the truth. The bed marks and there's nothing. To be honest with you, like I'm looking at what we're going to be doing, what we're going to
He's
be doing
an
tonight.
Odegu. He's an Odegu. Regina said he's an Odegu. Regina told us that he knows what he's doing in that department. So Regina said that people should not look at age in that area, that the man is an Odegu. So leave that bed matter. They know they do that one for age. Oh.
So did she say that before the saga, or she said that after the saga? Because all the things that she said
Before the
before
saga,
and the things
before,
that she
yeah.
said after, it's two different things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
before the saga, actually.
That, anyway, on a more serious note, that's what I was saying. By the way, Karen, nice to see you. Thank you
Nice
for
to
on
meet you,
the camera.
man.
Thank you.
Gary,
So
nice to meet you, and thank you for being on camera. You
yes.
look cold. Are you in the UK?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I'm in
that's why you're
Scotland.
having jackets on. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, please don't forget to follow because I don't know if you're following us.
No,
Please
I
on
am.
YouTube and
I've been
Facebook.
following you.
And thank you so much. And guys, please like this live, like the live stream and share it, please. I always forget to say it, and at the end we have 1,000 comments and just very few likes. So just hit that thumbs up, the like
So,
button. And
Mr.
please,
Precious,
okay?
I think we're waiting at this point where you tell us your page handles. I'm going to say my, and then tell us who the winners are. That's why I would have run away a long time ago because I passed my time, but I was waiting patiently to see who won the money I did not win. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so Carl, do you have any? Because we are getting ready to conclude. It's been exactly about 2 hours. We wanted to do 1 hour, but of course, this thing always has a mind of its own. It takes off, and people are having fun, and we don't end as planned. So, but anyway, thank you all for being here. This is a good discussion. We're getting ready to end, and before we do, at the end of the day, I think we all agree that the issue at hand, whether Regina is telling the truth or Ned is telling the truth, we still don't know. We still is open, we are still watching, we're still waiting, but however we were able to point out a lot of lessons that could be learned from this for the young girls who are looking to get married, and for the parents of these young girls who are looking to get married, and for the men, the older men who are getting divorced, to know the role they play is very important, whether together with the mother of their children or apart. So I think we've been able to point out those things, but in terms of his Regina, it's 50-50. A lot of people believe that Regina is just making these things up because they don't cast. So the family is telling her to say these things. And then there are people that believe that everything Regina is saying is 100% true. So it's still 50-50. Some people believe Ned, some people believe Regina. But what we do know is that with time, the truth will come out. With time, the truth will come out. But we still all agree that everybody should be rooting for Regina to be well, because mental health is a big deal. I think we underestimate the value of mental health. At this point, her mental health is at stake. And that's why, after all said and done, I feel like everybody should put these things aside, even her family. Leave Ned alone for now. Focus on getting Regina to a good place. She should not be watching all these things on the internet, reading comments on her, because believe it or not, there are people that are very hard on Regina. There are people that call her your this, your that, your gold digger, your that. People that are hard on her. Even women, to my greatest surprise, I have watched about 4 videos of different women. They were hammering on Regina. You're disrespecting this man. This man has done so much for your family here. I mean, that's so hard on her. So my advice is get Regina off social media. If she truly, well, she has admitted that she's on drugs, get her to rehab. Get her to rehab. Let her recover first. After she recovers, then you can dialogue about how to move forward. But for now, her mental health is at stake. In case anybody that is watching this have influence on her, this time is not the time to see whether she's Ned is lying or she's lying or whoever, or for her to defend herself. I would say shut it. Shut it. I don't know why people are not learning from Ned, Dochi. The more you reveal, because you know the sad part about social media is when you're fighting with somebody. See all these people that are commenting, you think they don't have issues in their home. They have issues in their home, but you have brought yours out. So they're gonna pretend like theirs is perfect so they can comment on yours. Some people are living through you. Some people that are angry at their husband, or some people that are even married older people that are angry at, will now use you to live out their life. What they think they should have done, they'll be telling you to do it. Meanwhile, they didn't. So what I'm saying is that there is need for wisdom. Somebody should be advising the family, the brothers, the mother, everybody shut it. If Ned is talking, let him talk. Even Ned, I will advise to shut it. I wish nobody can advise Ned, but I wish he didn't come out to say that she's doing drugs. That's not what to bring that to the world about your wife, the mother of your children. What good have that done? And the reason Regina is being pushed to talk is to defend herself. So there's need for both parties to just shut up. These people don't care. Internet
Shout
don't
it
care.
out.
It's entertainment. They're making money. They're analyzing. That
They're
they
still
don't.
making money on us. So they're still making money on us. Their page is still generating funds, and we're busy crying.
I
I
think
know.
she could just stay silent, just like Annie Edibia. Close to the same thing, and she was silent, and those things just died out in a week.
Thank
So I
you.
think original being online, giving all those statistics is not really helpful for the
It's
matter.
not
Yeah,
helping.
but Two Face was not everywhere talking the way Paned was talking. Yule Doche was not everywhere bombarding Paned. At least it came from his wife. The other, you understand what I'm saying? You were still on the side of begging. So trust me, what they have dished Regina Daniel was enough for her to come out, and she came out in a wrong way because she wasn't articulated. And I'll tell you the gospel truth. Ned actually, oh my God, I don't know who is this dealer. Even the dealer of Ned needs to stop because I'm telling you, he actually has a dealer. Because with his level of education, he's not acting it. Did you see what his brother said? That with the level of his education, he's not acting like he even went to elementary school to start with. So I,
You know what? You know what Ned's problem is? Ned's problem is ego. They have bruised his ego. He now have to show. He now have to fight for his ego. That's why I said I wish from beginning that they didn't say all this. Even Regina, when they shouldn't have released this video of the violence is too much, because that is where all this started. Should have just quietly left.
it wasn't Regina that released the video. It was the staff in his house. And that
Oh,
staff
really?
was dealt with, yes. She wasn't the one that leaked that video. She wasn't. And they caught up with the person that actually did leak the video. It wasn't from Regina. It was
You
from
should,
someone.
even after releasing that video, see at that point, this thing could have still been under control. Regina, both Paned, both Regina, they should have just all kept quiet. That's my. If they had kept quiet, like Carl said, it would have died
People
off in
thought
the.
it was a prank. Did you remember that people thought it was a prank? That they were
Yes.
about to prank us again.
Until
Nobody
tomorrow,
actually
people will
believed
continue to wonder, was it real? Was it a prank?
the
Was
video.
it real? If they had just shot it. But now they have gotten it to where, reconciliation is impossible. Because if they, not that we are rooting for reconciliation, but reconciliation in terms of raising the kids together, maybe
If
not
they
in terms of
reconcile,
marriage,
they're
but
crazy
raising
because
the
their life
kids
is at stake.
together.
Trust me, their life is at stake. It's not something that is workable, but if they reconcile, that's okay. But trust me,
No,
their
no, I'm
life.
not saying reconcile in terms of marriage in order to raise the children together. Remember, there are still two boys that people are not considering. People are saying Regina Ned, Regina Ned. Me, I'm thinking of those boys.
The
That
two
the
boys
thing
should
that
be
they will grow
taken.
up.
The two boys should be collected by the father. The father has the right to take his grandchildren.
By which father?
Regina Daniels' father.
I
Lolo,
don't think
sometimes
I
I
don't think
wonder.
those are Ned's children. I don't think the father can be
Sometimes I
involved now
wonder if Lolo
because
herself is not taking.
from the beginning, the
Is
father
not
wasn't
taking.
there.
Car.
From
Sometimes I
the
wonder if Lolo herself is not on something. I'm beginning to get worried. Lolo, I will need a toxicology test from you by our next life because you, Seth, you are not adding up. Eh?
Yeah, because let me be honest, you carry. He married in a traditional form. In Igbo customs, that marriage is not valid. And if they go back to that customary court to actually, if they go back to that court to actually discuss on what to do about the marriage, he doesn't own that child.
Good evening,
Now,
Ifeanyi.
the
Marian
child.
said, Lolo, what? Marian said, Lolo, what the heck are you saying?
So I'm coming back. The child
Please
does not come.
like the live, guys. Please hit the like
And
button and share.
Carrie,
Like
Carrie,
button and share.
let me tell you
yes,
what I'm saying. I've said this that Regina mom should even shut up. She doesn't have a voice in this.
That I agree with.
If there's anyone that has a voice that needs to be heard, is the father. The father is the person that can put an end to all this menace. And
that's
trust
true.
me, the father is the one that can put Ned in his place if he has the right resources. The right resources. And I'm telling you the truth. He can fight even for his grandkid on the accounts that both of them are unstable. That's number one. The both of them are unstable and they are not certified to take care of those children. That's number one. Number two, in customary courts, they will give those children to the grandfather. They won't even give the children to the mom. Because trust me, if she can constitute this nuisance on the internet, nobody will be handing over a child to
Yes,
her.
she's
So
not
she'll
fit.
go on that place by law, right? Now I'll tell
Next
you.
said that she's taking that she's on
Okay, that's what I'm trying to
DRS.
say. So none of these people, the only person that can take this kid, not even the brother in UK. You know why? With their statements and the way they have involved themselves. So if they were smart enough, the only person that can play the bigger role right there is Regina Daniels' dad. He has a hand to change and put a twist to all this, both in customary court and anywhere. And what am I telling you? He's going in there saying, I didn't give my daughter's hand in marriage, and I have been in the life of my kids. And I don't owe anybody. This is my child. At the point where we had Regina Daniel, I was still married to my wife. So according to traditions, he owns the child. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he will win it. If we're looking for who is the biological father, of course, Ned will win. I'm trying to tell you that right now. But I'm telling you that based on the ground that this man could be hearable, is going through these ways.
Sweetheart,
I'm trusting
Nigeria
that
is
he
a
will speak
messed
for
up.
them.
What you're saying is very correct. But
Yes.
unfortunately, this is in Nigeria. This is
That's
we
the
know how
thing.
this play around.
I know
So
Lolo sometimes act as if she
because
doesn't remember.
we have to be factual and real about what happens. In
Yes.
Nigeria, that would never happen. So it's
Never.
not really possible.
Carrie, you know when I talk, sometimes people don't believe me. I had a whole person fight Futo. You know what happened? Let me tell you her case. A couple of years ago, we had to bring in an international lawyer that could defend her. She could not hear, like she can hear, but she's deaf. Are you hearing? You need some That's how you talk, she can hear. And talking, you can't hear what she's saying properly, okay? So guess what? They took her off the school. She was actually in the university. They took her off the school because of that. And she wrote the exam that she passed. She was one of the number one, or if not number two, in that exam. So the school decided to get rid of her, or the teacher, or the person in charge of that faculty. And I told some people, I said, this is unacceptable. And the elder sister fought for her sister with other people, right? And guess what? They won the case. They returned her back to the school with every other thing. It even came out in the newspaper in Nigeria. People thought it couldn't happen. I'm not one of those people that cannot, I see possibility in what I'm saying. I'm one of those people that still believe that something can work. And when it comes to law of the it is exceptional. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That's where God comes in. My level of faith is different from the level of faith of people. So when I talk, I don't talk because I'm saying that that country is a failed country. I'm saying what I'm saying to you because I know that it is workable. There's possibility. Even if I sound like it's a miracle, right? I'm sounding like I need a miracle to happen. But I'm still telling you of what is obtainable. Even though I know that we're dealing with somebody that is at the top, right? But I'm still telling you what I know is obtainable, what should happen. I will not talk about what I think that, because he's on power. Trust me, it takes someone to come in, the right person to come in, and there'll be a twist in this
Lolo,
whole.
Lolo, sorry
That's
to
all I'm.
interrupt you.
Yeah.
Your words are beautiful, but let me tell you the truth. No lawyer, no judge. We take children where they are familiar, where they have their school, they are well taken care of, they are familiar with the environment, they are familiar with a certain lifestyle. Yank those children off and go give to a grandpa that they probably may never have set eyes on
They
before.
will. They
A
will.
grandpa that you don't know his setup. He may
They
have
will.
remarried. He may have children of his own. So sometimes you have to be realistic. That's what I'm saying. You have there's something called crazy faith. I know you're believing. I don't know if you believe these things you're saying or it just sounds good. But sweetheart, come back to the real world. Nobody is going to take Regina's
My
children
darling, they will on the
ahead.
account that this
Not
man is.
even if you tell me to give to Regina or to give to Regina's mom, I may begin to see, but to give to the grandfather that are not in
The
Regina's
grandfather who did
life.
not accept for the wedding in the first place.
It doesn't matter because there's a child involved. He owns the children because that is still his daughter. I'm telling you that these people did not get married in court. They got married traditionally. That even if the
That's
man did not accept it, he still owns it. I don't know where you're from, Carrie, but if you take it to an Igbo person, if you take it to someone that is a traditionalist, I bet you what I'm saying is so women don't give their hands. No matter how crazy I am, I can't give my daughter's hands in marriage because I know
so this case cannot go to the court by the first place because he was not married in court.
he can't. What is he
That's
going
the
to court for? That's the truth. That's why it's still a family issue. He has to
so
go back.
that's the more reason why Ned has the upper hand to get the kids
No, he doesn't
because
have
it's
no
just the
upper
court.
hand.
According to what you're saying, it's just the
See,
court
I
that
bet
gives the
you,
kids.
Carrie, I bet you, if they check his system, they will still find a drug in his system. I bet you. If they
No,
check his
we have
system and her system and the mother system too, see, they have done things that I'm telling you that the father now, right? They have done things that none of them are worthy to keep those children. That those
we have
children are
no
supposed to
record.
be
We
with
have
them.
no record of Ned taking drugs, but we have
But
acceptance of Regina accepting that she's taking drugs.
with what he has done, right? With what he has done,
Like,
he shouldn't hold with the whole nuisance he has been causing, with the tussle, with the power tussle, with getting
but
people
it's not
arrested
that
and
those
out
ones are
to
not
jail.
related to drugs.
Hold on. Okay, let me give you a situation where he was peeing and his wife was on video, and there was
He
no
was
phone
just
call.
waking up from sleep while the wife was doing a TikTok video live. He was waking up from sleep and
He
he was
was
going
not
to
just
sleep.
waking up
People
from sleep.
actually
Have
blame
you watched the
Regina for that
videos?
video.
No, he
People
was
say,
not just
how can
waking up
you
from
record a
sleep.
man that is sleeping peacefully?
He was waking up from sleep and
Gary,
going
he
to the
was in bed.
bathroom.
Gary, he was in bed, but he was not sleeping. Go back to that video.
All right, I think that's the second video because the one I watched is the one Regina
You know,
Daniels was doing a video
it was a
while
short
he was
video,
just going to
right?
take a pee.
That's what I'm saying. It's a short video, right?
And
Yes.
you
Gary,
know
what
the
I'm
you
saying.
know the reason why I believe that this man is calculated. Regina still released that video. I was wondering why didn't he tell Regina, don't post this? Now I'm beginning to think
Now
maybe
you
it was for
come.
you. Because
I
that
told you he has been
video alone
intelligent.
is why a lot of people think Regina is not acting right.
Now you
Because
come.
such a
Yeah.
video, why did you still go ahead and post it? And do you hear the song she posted that video with? That song says, I your husband, make your life better.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you didn't know?
That's what I'm saying. That he
I
was
did.
waking up from
I
sleep.
was
You
I
know,
was
when you're
going to
waking up
talk
from
to Gary on
sleep,
the next
your
video.
full minded is
You
not
know,
there,
Dr.
and he
Precious,
didn't
you
know
know
that
how
she was doing a TikTok video.
on the next video. I was gonna come with that because I know there's a next video by next week.
And sometimes when you're
I was
posting
gonna come
video,
back with that
you don't
one.
really look at the faults, but the viewers will see the things that is wrong with the video sometimes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I just think that maybe when she was posting that video, that part was not really showing.
From that video, you can
Now,
tell
when she
that
was posting the video, that what happened?
She noticed that it's like she noticed that the husband was going to pee. Then she tried to cover herself. The dad had
Yes.
taken already because that was a live video. So
Yes.
it was not
Oh
like
no,
something
that
like I
wasn't
had
a
to
live
record.
video. No, no, she posted that wasn't a live video. That's why
So
people are wondering. Because
it
if
looked
it
more of a
was
live
live,
video.
oh, it was
No,
live.
it's
It
actually a
looked
live video. It's just
it looked more
when
of a live video.
stop and join now. It's a live video
Because if it
actually.
was something that she didn't cover herself, she could take an edit of the video. She could edit the video and take up that part. But since it was a
Yeah,
live, she pushed
I agree
herself
with that.
to cover it. And now
Maybe.
it was already on the air, so there was nothing he could do about it.
Oh, I thought she
Moreover,
wasn't doing it.
Ned was just waking up from sleep.
But what I'm trying to say,
I
no,
didn't
it
think
was
he
not.
had his full mind know
What I'm
what was
trying
going
to
on.
say is that he needed to. This is a video that should have been deleted, regardless.
True.
Exactly. So let's say it
But
was a live
like
video.
Dr.
Why
Precious
didn't she
said,
delete it immediately?
like Dr. Precious said something. There's something Dr. Precious said. To her, it sounded like a joke, but it was not a good video at all. To
It
her, it
wasn't.
sounded like something that she would have made more money from. I know that Regina Daniel has some tendency of greediness. We already can tell, or is greedy, you know. But there's something I'm gonna say. The man, Ned, is not a joke. He knows he's somebody that is smart.
That's what I always say.
What he goes away with, most lawyer internationally cannot get away with them. And he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't deal on small issues. He deals on impossible cases. Go and check his record. Impossible cases. And he will find a way and show you that there's a light out of this. So I already know that we're dealing with somebody that is calculative,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that is intelligent, and somebody that knows how to mastermind,
Mm-hmm.
manipulator, a strong manipulator.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, Carrie, if you start finding a 12-year-old interesting in your eyes and waiting for that 12-year-old to be 18 or 17, you are a pedophile. I'm telling you
That's
the
true.
truth. If you carry at your age right now, you're waiting for them to groom a 12-year-old for you. There's a different ball game. That later in life you saw her and both of you got married. Are you understanding? But it is very wrong that you see a 12-year-old and you're telling them to groom them for you. That is called pedophile, and he is. And I'm telling you the truth. So this one is not acceptable.
Oh, there's a breaking news. There's a breaking news. I just saw Regina Daniels just posted. F the world.
Yes, at this
F
point, F the word.
F the world.
I don't
Yeah,
know
F
whoever
the
is
word.
advising her. I think she's doing too much online.
She's
Carrie,
doing
Carrie,
too much.
Carrie, hold on. When you go on the video you have posted and you see a lot of hate, Carrie, saying F the word is not wrong. I don't know how anybody sees it, but trust me,
You see, Karen,
See,
that's okay. We're gonna end soon. No matter what,
whatever thing you
if Regina
post,
Daniels comes and puts
Lolo,
SH
see,
lighting,
whatever
I
thing
want
you
she will
post
still find a
online,
reason to defend it.
people are
Carrie,
going
I
to
want to
see it
say
in
something
many
to you.
different ways.
Carrie, hold on. I might not do that, but I'm just telling you that when Regina Daniel posts, go under the post. You will see a lot of hate comments, and you will see less hate comments. When they post, you will see more good comments than hate comments. Carrie, come on social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. A lot of women are bashing Regina Daniel.
That's what I
A
just
lot of
said.
men are bashing Regina Daniel. None of them understand what is empathy and sympathy. None of them can actually come to the reason of logic and reasoning to say what exactly went wrong. And guess what, Carrie? I'm not applauding her in any way. But I'm also saying that there were adults in her life that would have made her take the right choices. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So don't think I'm applauding her. No, because guess what? I have 4 kids. I've got 4 daughters at the end of the day. So if I'm applauding her, that means one day I'm going to act like her mother that I'm saying I want to be friends with. And that's not the narrative I want to push tonight. The narrative I'm pushing tonight is when you come out and see the level of hate and you don't know what else to do, that's the kind of thing you
You
will
now
do.
Why is
post
she
F the
seeking for the
world.
validation of the social media? Why is she online
It has
trying to know
always
what
been
you're saying
social
about her?
media, which is wrong. It's wrong.
That is it. Because her
Oh,
decision was wrong from the first place.
finally,
And
love,
we are not
admit
going to
that
have
something
pity on
is
her
wrong.
because she's unfortunately what is happening to her. So there are certain things that when it happens to you, you have to know how to approach it. Her being online and looking to all what is going through and looking at all this is not really healthy for her. And no one is going to say anything good for her. We're not going to applaud you for like, oh, you got married to a 70-year-old person. We're not going because from the first place, why did you get into that? When you
Yes.
get into the private jet, all the best, were we there? No, we're not. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot come right now that we start having pity for you. And all what you're showing us last week, 2 weeks ago, it's not even possible. This is the moment she just needs to stay off the social media and go to her stuff and figure out what do I need to do right now? Not going to the social media and put it on comment and listen to the comment and making comments which are not healthy, like what she just did right now. So I think if she continues doing that, she's gonna run mad.
She's gonna mess up
She's already
herself.
mad already.
At
She's
this
already
point,
depressed.
no, she's not. She's depressed, but that's okay. She
Already
can
depressed.
recover.
Yeah.
At this point, you see what I was saying? She's already 25, right? At
Yeah.
this point, she should start taking a little bit of this responsibility. He's
And
no longer
accountability.
the mother,
And
the Ned,
accountability.
everybody now. She's no longer 17. She's no longer 17. So at this point, she needs to start exercising a little bit of maturity. You see this one she's doing. One day she will come and cry. The next day, F the word. I am scared for her. She's not in a good
That's
place.
the right word. Yes, I'm
She's
scared
not
too.
in a good place. And that's
If
what
she's
people
so
are not
close with her
seeing.
mom, if she says she's so close with her mom, all these things that she's accusing that was happening, was she not telling her mom? Why was she still doing there?
Mama wants fame
Divorce is
now.
there.
Mama wants
She could have left.
the mom
She
never
could have
wanted her
left.
out of the marriage,
She
to be
could,
honest with
isn't
you.
that what I said when they were saying drugs? I said people were saying, oh, she needs to take drugs to be able to sleep with that man. Who can sleep with that man in the clear eyes? Must you sleep? When you say
Fallacy.
you cannot sleep with clear eyes, run. That's when you run. You know, my dear, I'm scared for her. And we've already established that the mother, and she loves and trusts in her mother so much. That's what is paining me. Because she came and said she's a gift to her mother. That God used her to compensate the mother. That God, because of this child, the mom trained every. Who says that? Who says that? Thereby, in a
So
way,
somebody
you
is saying,
tell
guys,
us
I
to.
disagree with you guys. Please, Peterson, is there a way you can come up to the studio? Trust me, we'll have 5 minutes for you. Please. Somebody is disagreeing. For me, I don't know, but that child is going through depression. That's all I can say. And I'll keep
You see
saying
all
it.
these things people are doing, they're doing too much. I see people making video addressing to Sanet. Some people are doing this, dear senator. Some people are doing too much.
Do you know somebody even told the whole Nollywood? Somebody came and said, you know what, Nollywood industry, you guys are shame. Tell Regina Daniel that she has actually done wrong. Tell Regina Daniel what she has done wrong instead of supporting or giving her a shoulder to lean on. I think that person is crazy. Dr. Precious, whether you're wrong or you're right, everybody needs an edge.
Yes.
Everybody needs someone to
You see,
call.
Lolo, now you're talking. That's what I agree. Because Lolo used to
So
talk as
hold
if
on,
everything that happened was right.
hold on. These are
That's why I
see
was having problem with you. What you're saying
everybody.
now is making sense.
Dr. Precious,
Yes.
please. Everybody
She needs
needs an
grace.
edge. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Carrie, when you're in your down moment, whether I scold you or not, what you will test if I'm a good friend or a bad friend with, I will be with you in that bad time. Inside, I will scold you. I'll tell you you've not done it right. But
No,
outside, I'll still be a soldier.
afterwards, when he comes out of it,
That's what I'm trying to
afterwards.
say. But I'll still be a soldier, or I can even wait. It depends on the issue. I might not scold you then. I might be a soldier for you until you go through everything you've gone through. And then when there's a moment of it's over, fresh air, I can now come in and tell you what you didn't do right. Carrie, you respect me and you like me the more for being there for you as a friend. Let me be honest with you. If there's someone I have loved more till this point, you see that lady they call Mercy Johnson? I've loved her. Standing out for her, going to where, looking for where that young man is. To me, that's friendship. That's value. Instead of
But
being on social
let
media
me
to
ask
put
you.
people
Let
out.
me ask you. Mercy Johnson that is looking for where the young man is. When they find the young man, what were they gonna do?
I think have they not released him? I think they accepted for him to be bailed, right? Did they
I
grant
don't
him
know.
See,
bail?
We don't
let
know
me
about
tell
that
you,
yet.
they
I think
are
they
all
did.
going through this the wrong way.
I
They're
think they
just
did.
making
Hold
a
on.
lot of noise.
Dr.
You're
Precious,
looking
I
for
think
the young
they
man.
did allow him to be bailed.
Okay, so is he out? Is he
On
out?
bail.
Yeah, but
I
he
think
put
on
himself
bail.
into that position of the things he said about. So he put himself
Yeah,
into
but
that
look at my
position.
anger. Look at my anger with the young man too. The young man is not smart. They invited him. They gave him invitation. One, two, three, and he didn't go. And
Instead,
then
he
they,
posted it on social media and made fun of it.
yeah. So on his
And
part, he's
then
actually silly. Yeah.
so
The
it
question
is
if you
well.
leave us, we will go. We'll still want to talk more because there's a lot to
Yeah, there's a
there's
lot
a
to
lot to talk
unpack. Well,
about.
we'll
Yeah.
come back another day. And Kyle, please don't be a stranger. We've enjoyed
I
dialoguing
think
with you. Please
I like
join
the
us.
way you
We
talk.
usually do this every Sunday. Okay.
Yeah,
So
every
whenever you
Sunday.
can, even if you can come up, at least join us. So thank you so much for being here. It's been a lot of time you sacrificed, and we do appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. Thank you. And everybody that is still on the comment section, Miriam, I see you. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Miriam.
Miriam said, why was he jailed? Jailed? Who invited him? Oh, Miriam, we have to catch you up. You're far. We have to send you
Who
videos.
invited? I can still pity for her. She is going through a lot
A lot.
mentally and
No,
emotionally.
yes.
It's
It's a
sad. The
long
girl needs
story.
help. She should never have been in that marriage in the first place.
Yes. So
Well,
Miriam is a story for another day. We have to maybe catch you up, or maybe on my YouTube channel you will be able to see. I have a whole video on the brother. So please go to my YouTube channel. It's Precious POV. My YouTube channel where I talk about trending matters, Precious POV. And I have another YouTube channel where I talk about health, Dr. Precious and the Precious Ones. And of course, here we are on Facebook, Ebele Precious. And then I also have a health channel on Facebook, Dr. Precious and the Precious Ones. So you can find me anywhere. So Marian, you will get enough information on precious POV. So I don't bore people that already know the story with that. Okay. So thank you all once again for being here. Unfortunately, as much as we want to keep going, we have to end. It's been 2 hours, 20 minutes. And thank you all. Please don't forget to like this live. Hit that like button. That's what tells Facebook that you guys have enjoyed it. Okay. And share it if you may. I don't have to talk about comments because the comments are steady coming. I can see everybody's engaging. So thank you all once again. And then in terms of empowerment program, I don't know, Lola, do you think I want to make I kind of thinking about it because we don't have a lot of people on live anymore. Maybe I can end this, then make another video to
Okay. Yeah,
post.
let's make another
Yeah,
video.
I'll
Yeah.
make
All
another
right.
video to post, and so I will dedicate it so much because
Take
people will
care,
have to
guys.
go
Yeah.
after 2 hours to see it. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and end the live. Once again, thank you all for being here. I'll see you all again next Sunday, mostly on Sundays and sometimes even before Sunday because we had one yesterday and we had another one today because it's trending issues. So everybody keep your thumbs up. We hope Regina is okay. We send our prayers. We wish her well. And everybody's sad about what is happening. Nobody's enjoying it. Even the people that are scolding her, I don't think they're enjoying it. They're saying it out of love, but that's how they understand their own love. Sometimes you spank a child, not because you hate the child, but because you know the child. That's how we were taught. Most people don't know about empathy first. So that's why I don't blame people too much for the way they're handling it. I'm not judging people. If they're like Regina, you should have done it. That's what they know. They know how to scold. So, but anyway, but we feel for her and we hope she's okay. And I believe she will be okay. I truly believe because that young girl is one tough cookie. For her to marry Ned, because even me at my big age, I don't think I would not be scared to marry Ned. So thank you all once again. And until next time, may God bless all of you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh Lord.